On day 7 of nationwide demonstrations against government austerity measures, a nationwide strike paralyzed much of the country as mass protests continued, especially in the Ecuadorian capital, Quito. In Guayaquil, where the president has set up a temporary seat of government, a smaller but noisy group of demonstrators held peaceful marches of their own.
While riot police and soldiers try to keep these anti-government demonstrators away from another group that's demonstrating a few blocks from here, the President, Lenin Moreno, has actually left Guayaquil and gone to the capital again. We believe that he is meeting with indigenous leaders to try to find a negotiated settlement to the worst crisis, political crisis, this country has had in over a decade.
Preliminary talks with indigenous and trade union leaders are being mediated by the United Nations and the Catholic Church, but so far there's no sign of an agreement.
The president is talking of dialogue, but he stubbornly says, "I won't repeal the measures." What kind of dialogue is that?
But the government is under increasing pressure to make concessions.
He has to revoke the measures because the ability to govern Ecuador is compromised. He can't govern under these circumstances, with the people out on the streets. He has no more political capital. Some are asking for his resignation, so his options are limited.
Opponents of the indigenous-led strike held a march of their own in Guayaquil, saying they wanted peace. Ecuadorian Marines have joined police on the streets to disperse anti-government protesters. And in what is being interpreted as a show of support for the government, the armed forces announced that any, quote, consequences of their actions would be the sole responsibility of those who they say are generating social unrest. Human rights monitors from the United Nations and the Organization of American States have expressed concern over what they call excessive use of force against demonstrators and the media, as the official number of arrests surpasses 700. Lucia, Newman, Al Jazeera, Guayaquil.